Hello, everybody. Welcome to another podcast edition of the Can I Borrow Your Car podcast. I'm Mike Garrison. I'm your host. I'm an author, speaker, consultant, blah, 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 blah. I love collaboration. I love human beings. I love referrals, and I love marketing. And so do you. What I mean is everyone hates bad marketing. It's the stuff you don't like doing. And everyone loves good marketing, the stuff that works and produces clients ideally for you in an ideal way so that you are having fun selling, fun serving, and then fun multiplying. One of my favorite Christian ministries is called Sun Life. And when I first went through their training a long time ago, they had this thing called Win, Build, Equip, Multiply, right? And it's an incredible analysis of how Jesus Christ enacted one of the greatest marketing campaigns in history. Whether or not you believe in the product is up to you, but like it is undeniably one of the greatest marketing strategies of all time. No Facebook, no YouTube, no nothing, just people. And so I just want to encourage you as we talk about owned media, right, versus can I borrow your car, proactive referral methodology, that I'm really about integrating things that work and produce the results that will allow you and your company to be successful, but also remain human. And we have to think about this, right? So let's talk a little bit about it. Mark Schaeffer is an incredible guy, wrote a bunch of really amazing books, and is a newsletter that you must subscribe to. So look up Mark Schaeffer, look up Marketing Rebellion, Audacity, all that kind of stuff. But he's amazing. Mark had a podcast guest, Jeannie Dietrich, author of Spin Sucks, ordered the book. It's coming soon. And a PESO model, which is a long time ago, like 10, 15 years ago, paid, earned, shared, owned media. Owned media has always fascinated me, right? And so here's some things about owned media that are, I think, uncontroversibly true. You choose the content, you choose the timing, you choose the delivery. This also goes along really well if you like Marcus Sheridan and the original book, They Ask You Answer, and then the new edition, Endless Customers. Both Marcus and Mark Schaeffer are trusted voices and mentors for me. I've not had the privilege of a one-on-one conversation with Marcus Sheridan, hopefully, big goal, but I have had the great honor of speaking to Mark Schaeffer for a while. These human beings are showing us a way through the wilderness, right? They're telling us a story. They're evangelizing for a human's place in a world of AI. And I just want to share with you that owned media, so your blogs, your newsletters, your videos, your website, stuff like that, when you integrate that with the Can I Borrow Your Car methodology, here's what you're adding, right? So we've got the content, timing, delivery. And I want to tell you, I believe strongly, I've written, I think, 500 articles. I've got lots of different podcasts, all this different stuff. I have tons of owned media. I have a newsletter, a Substack, all these things, right? So I believe in that. But here's what we add when we add the Can I Borrow Your Car intentional methodology. You choose which referrals to position and ask for, and that is so vital. There are two types of referral systems that run concurrently in any client that I work with, or anyone that really read my book, which is a macro strategy, low friction, low expense, and big wide effect, where we're using very simple phrases around giving to kind of maximize the potential for surprise referrals. And we're doing PR, and we're doing all kinds of cool things, right? But then we're also running micro strategies where we're going deep. And the micro strategy is where we are identifying by name ideal clients that trusted partners and friends know, and we are positioning ourselves to be able to ask for the introduction and get it. The beauty is we're able to choose these partners, right? So you don't own the media, but you do own your relationships, provided that you are a safe driver. And then you also get to design the flow, because when we're going to proactive referral generation, which is where it's at, especially if you're running an organization with anywhere from 10 to 10,000 sales professionals, You have got to move out of reactive, hopeful marketing that somehow somebody clicks on something, and you need to be able to get to where you and your producers can control the top of your pipeline based upon people that you know exist, that you know could make use of your products and services, and that you know and or are working on knowing who they believe in and will allow to get you a meeting, right? So both are long-term assets. So owned media is a long-term asset, right? You've got evergreen content. I still get comments and I still get traction from a marketing standpoint from some of the posts I've done sharing the journey as a business owner and a father of an adult with severe special needs, multiple special needs. I have had people tell me that is one of the reasons they reached out to me. They had heard about me. They saw me on a podcast. They saw some of my own media. But when they saw some of the stuff that I share personally, that was what convinced them that maybe I was worth the risk of talking to. Well, in Can I Borrow Your Car, evergreen relationships, like evergreen content, can scale over time because you have to remember, like, trust compounds generationally. And this is why you have to have a strategy. If everything's based on hope, you're not able to predict growth, which means you're not able to invest in all kinds of necessary things as a business owner to be able to sustainably scale and support more people and serve more clients, right? But trust scales and trust compounds generationally when you're a safe driver in the Can I Borrow Your Car system. So now both also require maintenance, right? So I love the CAR methodology, you may have noticed, right? So your evergreen content requires care and maintenance. Like, you need to go back and number one, look and see if you agree with what you wrote, in my case, 10 years ago or more. And then sometimes you need to go back because some of your best content for the future may already just be sitting dusty back on the shelf. Take a look back at those articles. Maybe you were embarrassed about them and maybe weren't as good as they are right now, but that doesn't mean you can't upholster that bad boy and have yourself a really nice ride. Same thing with mishandling relationships. If you're not a safe driver, if you don't have a system for how you follow up and culturally how you take care of people, car wrecks will take you out, right? Your car will perform worse over time if you don't maintain it, and eventually it will not drive. Not fun. So here's the difference, right? Owned media has really high scalability because it's digital. You can reach thousands, if not millions at once. Referral strategy initially looks more limited, but it's not true, right? And ChatGPT doesn't understand this yet, and I'm totally cool with that. I am totally cool with ChatGPT not understanding referrals. I am good with that. The deal is this. There's, like, to go back to Christianity, there's evangelism where you are responsible for sharing the message everywhere. And then there's disciple making, which is where you are building deeper relationships with people that then make other disciples. The way this plays out in referrals is every client that's referred to you, whether it's a surprise referral or not, if you have a referral system for how you take care of them, they have a potential to be a second generation, meaning they refer another person and another person. And all of a sudden you can trace back 100 deals to one introduction. And my friends, that is scalability. You've just got to think about how to do it. Now, why do I propose integrating owned media and the Can I Borrow Your Car methodology? Simply because the less friction there is at any point in the sales process, onboarding process, and then retention process, the less friction you have, the better results you get. It's kind of like motor oil, like lubricant, right? And so I view owned media as the ultimate friction reducer in the sales process, especially by referral. When you've got a good website, when you've got good branding, yes, Mike said good branding. Like, when you've got this, when you have got lots and lots of credible articles and newsletters and podcasts and videos and content out there, a bunch of really cool things happen. Number one, your partners aren't just introducing you, they're coming ready to answer the most important question. And the most important question is, why should that ideal prospect meet with you? And if their answer is just because you're bitching, like, that's probably going to work some, okay? But for other people, like if they could show them a simple diagram of how you do what you do, that might really help. If later on when they go to ChatGPT or whatever it's called 10 years from now, if they go to that and say, hey, is Mike Garrison credible? Is like he a really good business coach, consultant? Does he know anything about exit planning? Right now, I really like the answers, right? Like having a lot of what third-party sources think is credible information, have a lot of that out there really helps me right now. Also, how cool would it be when your referral sources, because you're so dialed in on who you're trying to get appointments with, how cool would it be that when your referral source is like, hey, have you met Mike before? And they go, yeah, I haven't met him, but I've seen some stuff he's done. Like, he's that Can I Borrow Your Car guy? Yeah, he's incredible. He's a friend of mine. Would you like to meet him? Oh, yeah. So, like, it reduces friction in the why should I meet with you, right? Then, even more so, if you've got great owned media content, you can use that to help your prospect and other collaborators move more safely and effectively through the sales process, moving from, hey, why should I meet with you to why should I buy from you? There's a lot of touch points, especially if you're selling stuff that's expensive. There's a lot of touch points, right? So here's a couple of mantras. And this is all based upon my newsletter you can get at Substack. But it's not AI versus human relationship. It's AI plus human relationship. It's not content versus connections. It's content feeding connections. So the newsletter, I'm going to be exploring what messaging works, what a content library should look like, what are some of the cars you have to have in there, and then how to measure it. It's going to be a lot of fun. As always, I love questions. I hope that you are doing well enough that you can take time to think and then go deep with other people. Because after all, let's be human.